Hello, everybody. Wow, what an opportunity I have today to see you guys. Welcome to the Family and Friends YouTube Church channel. It's my pleasure to have all of you here today. If you're new here today, I hope you enjoy what I'm going to share with you today because this is definitely a special edition. I don't know what's happening behind me. This is definitely a special edition. I have to correct a mistake first. That's why I said, I don't know. That's the title, I don't know. And then I will talk about what I'm going to talk about today. So, first of all, a few days ago, in fact, 2 days ago, I posted a live on Facebook. Yeah, I was live on Facebook and I was talking about a vision that God showed me, just like what I did here, I think 3 or 4 days earlier. And one of the things I said was, it's a vision that I saw. And I just said what no, that wasn't vision. It was what I heard in the spirit, right? This is what I heard in the spirit. And so I said it, right? Everything I hear and I feel that I have to say it, I say it. And so I heard these words and used them as to show authenticity of the voice of God in my life, right? And so what I said was going to happen didn't happen. And so it was actually a prophecy on Grand Prix on the Ferrari. That Ferrari was going to win the Grand Prix in Bahrain. And when I checked, that's not what happened. And you see, before God spoke to me about the Grand Prix in Melbourne, that Bottas was going to win. And so that one I didn't post it. But then he spoke to me. And so this time I heard a voice again. And so when it didn't happen, you can imagine the first thing that came into my mind. You know, I just stopped there and I said, okay, you know, sometimes something can happen that can cause you to question everything you know. I spend so much time, I've spent months upon months, you know, just talking to God every single day for hours. Sometimes I can go 3-4 hours just speaking to God in the presence of God. And so for me to hear from Him, and then what I heard from Him doesn't happen. You can imagine the thoughts that came into my head. I was thinking to myself, did I really hear from God? Do I hear from God? And then I said, oh my goodness. And I was live. That means everybody heard that. Everybody saw that. What are people going to think? And immediately, that's when, you know, it started coming to me. Yesterday when I was praying, my spirit, there was something in my spirit. And I even asked God, what's happening in my spirit? I can't connect it. What is it? And I just couldn't put my finger on it. There was something, but then I couldn't. And so today, when I started asking myself, what are people going to think? What are they going to say? They're going to say that I'm a fake. I don't hear from God and all these things. That's when the Spirit of God started calming me down. And I started thinking, oh, the first thing I'm thinking of is what people are going to say. And then He started saying to me, this is a lesson. You have to learn. You have to learn that when you speak the word of God, you're not speaking it based on how people will react. You're not supposed to say, okay, I'm going to say these things because these don't seem nice, these don't seem understandable. It's not about the reaction of the people. It's about the words that I'm saying to you. And I learned the lesson the hard way. Now, I don't know, did I hear from God on that particular occasion? Or was it my mind? I don't know. But I learned my lesson the hard way. And you know, the thing is, in the 21st century, as millennials, you know, as a new age, or all these things that are happening around us, we literally have to learn the hard way because you have to learn on social media. And so I only started walking in the prophetic, and I also walk in just in the Word of God. You know, God speaks to me sometimes with things to do with other people, and I speak to those people. But I don't know if my life is, if I am gonna be a prophet or what. I am really new to the steps that I'm taking with the Lord now, I'm definitely new at this. And so I just do what He tells me to. Where I'm wrong, I come out and I say, hey, listen, I'm wrong. This time I didn't have to say I'm wrong. I mean, it was clear. But then I don't know. I don't know what happened. Even myself, I don't know. But I'm glad that I'm able to come out here and correct that. And so I thought to myself, as I was watching this documentary, this is what I want to talk to you about today. As I was watching this documentary, and it was Christian apologetics who were talking to atheists and that type of thing, and they're going back and forth. And I remembered the verse that Paul says that do not engage in vain arguments. And it's not that I was thinking, this is Christian apologetics, why in the world are they connecting with these atheists to it's not that I was thinking to myself, why are they connecting these people to argue back and forth? It's not about that. It's just that I thought to myself, is it really possible to win a soul even if you have facts against facts? Are these people, I was thinking to myself, are these atheists asking these questions so that they can be changed or they can get the answers? I'm really sorry, guys. Or are they just asking these questions to see who wins the debate? Is this about soul winning or is this about a debate? Oh my goodness. Thank God I'm back. And so I was thinking to myself, and then thoughts started coming to me. And I started thinking, yes, they are doing their part. But here's the thing. Some of us, we are all called to different offices. You have Christian apologetics. These are people who will go and study the Word of God, right? And they'll go and even beyond that, they'll study theology. They study a lot of books in atheism. They get to know so much data, especially earthly things. They learn on how to defend the authenticity of God's existence, the authenticity of Christianity. But when it comes to soul winning, those who are used of God, those who are anointed of God, those who preach the cross, these are the ones who get to do soul winning. And I think that Christian apologetics are the ones who just, it's like they prepare the land. And then those who preach the gospel, then they come to do the planting and then the harvesting, right? So I was just being opened my eyes by the Lord. And I thought this is something that I should share with you, to say that whatever God has called you to, if you're a lawyer and God has called you, do God's work from where you are, from what you're doing. Do it from there. You will be amazed that if you do your part, no matter how small it is, just do your part. It's more than enough. Your part is more than enough. It will make all the difference. You will be amazed that imagine one soul, right? You work with them, you talk to them about Jesus. When you talk to them about Jesus, then they meet a street preacher who talks to them about Jesus as well. Then they go on TV, then they hear about Jesus as well. Imagine, they've already heard about Jesus 3 times. Had you not done your part, you'd have subtracted 1 time that they were supposed to hear about it. But because you put your part, that person's heart is being opened slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, their hearts, and eventually that person will give their lives to Christ. And they won't even know how it really happened, but it was a process that God was working, and He has put everybody in the road to do their part. So do your part, I'm doing my part, making mistakes along the way. But I'm telling you, 4 or 5 years from now, I'll look back at this and I'll say, oh my goodness, what a lesson I learned. And I learned it the hard way, but I learned it. I had to learn it somehow. I had to learn it, and I learned it. I hope you're learning your lessons, and I hope you're listening to God and just saying everything He's telling you to say and doing everything He's telling you to do. Now you go on and have a good time. See you next time, and God bless you.